Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're unpacking a staggeringly huge reality shift that is fundamentally rewiring the American workforce. A brand new 2026 tech forecasting report literally just dropped, and honestly, the data inside is totally rewriting everything we thought we knew about the speed of AI adoption. We're going to break down these numbers, figure out exactly what this means for your actual day-to-day work life, and look at the massive shift happening under our feet with the tools we use. If you want to really get what's happening in the modern workplace, you are absolutely in the right spot.
Okay, to kick things off, I want you to do a really quick mental exercise with me. If you work in tech or maybe office marketing here in the US, just take a second and look around. Well, mentally, look around your team, your department, those daily Zoom meetings. Really ask yourself, how many of your coworkers do you think are actively using AI right now? Like, are we talking just a couple of early adopters? Maybe half the team? Get a number in your head. Lock it in. Because the actual scale of what's happening right now, it might completely catch you off guard. Ready? 90%. Yep, 9 out of every 10 people you work with. The data shows that 90% of tech workers have already baked AI into their daily jobs. It is not just some niche, quirky tool reserved for the IT department anymore. It's everywhere. Think about that for a second. Think about what that actually means for your daily workflows, the sheer output of your team, and honestly, the new baseline expectations placed on all of us as professionals.
Section 1. The new tech infrastructure. So what's truly wild here is the sheer velocity of this change. Just 2 years ago, we were sitting at a tiny 14% adoption rate. It was a novelty, right? Just a fun thing to test out. Fast forward to today and boom, we're looking at a massive 90% integration. You just don't see explosive growth curves like this in enterprise tech. Usually this stuff rolls out over a decade. But this is basically an overnight structural transformation of how human beings get work done.
The big takeaway here is that the whole experimentation phase is totally over. The days of just playing around with prompts to see what happens are in the rearview mirror. AI is now officially the infrastructure of the American workforce. Think of it just like email or cloud storage or high-speed internet. It has fundamentally become the new bedrock of work. You wouldn't even try to run a modern business without Wi-Fi, right? Well, we are incredibly close to the point where running a business without AI integration is just as unthinkable.
Section 2. Displacement versus creation. Now look, anytime you overhaul infrastructure like this, you get disruption. And this next data point is exactly what's keeping corporate America awake at night. When we look ahead to the 2030 projections, we are staring straight down the barrel of a massive, structural shift in employment. The data paints a super clear picture. The job market at the end of this decade is not going to look anything like it does today. But, and this is a crucial but, the narrative isn't just a simple doom and gloom story about job loss. There's a fascinating twist in the data we've got to unpack.
We are basically looking at a dual reality here. On one hand, yes, the studies show AI is on track to displace about 92 million traditional jobs. That is a heavy, sobering number. There is no denying that. But on the flip side, it's simultaneously projected to create 170 million entirely new roles.
I really want to zero in on that number for a second. 170 million. When people talk about AI, the conversation almost always gets hijacked by the panic over those 92 million displaced roles. But just look at the math. We're talking about a massive surplus of newly created jobs. It completely flips the script. This isn't necessarily the end of human labor. It's a massive migration of it. For anyone paying attention, this isn't a crisis, it's a ridiculous opportunity for adaptation.
Section 3. Beyond basic chatbots. To actually wrap our heads around what those new jobs will look like, we need to look at how the tools themselves are evolving right now. Obviously, ChatGPT still holds dominance in the public's mind as the standard conversational chatbot, but behind the scenes, the market is totally fracturing. We're seeing these emerging, highly specialized AI models, stuff like Gemini 3 Pro and DeepSeek, and they are taking massive bites out of the market. The whole landscape is shifting away from simple back-and-forth Q&A interfaces towards something wildly more powerful and integrated. So, why are these new models crushing it? In 2 words, autonomous agents. Instead of just being chatbots you talk to, these are AI tools that execute complex tasks completely autonomously. For instance, instead of you just asking an AI to draft a quick marketing email, an autonomous agent will actually analyze your customer data, formulate the entire campaign strategy, schedule the deployment, and then execute the whole multi-step shebang completely on its own. That leap from just chatting to actually executing, is exactly what separates the old era of AI experimentation from this new era of AI infrastructure.
Section 4. Evolving with the tools.
All right, let's bring it all home. What does this massive paradigm shift actually mean for your survival in the office? Well, it brings us to my absolute favorite takeaway from the entire source report, and it goes like this. AI isn't going to replace you, but an American worker using AI absolutely will. I just love how that hits the nail on the head. It distills this huge, complex report into one undeniable truth. The software itself isn't out to get your job. Your actual competitive threat, and honestly, your ultimate competitive advantage, is AI fluency. The person who learns how to pilot these autonomous agents, that's the person who is going to totally thrive in this new infrastructure.
So I want to leave you with a pretty provocative question as we wrap up today's explainer. When this huge structural shift really hits in 2030, which side of that 92 million are you going to be on? Are you going to be displaced by the new infrastructure? Or are you going to step right into one of those 170 million new roles because you took the time to master the tools today? Honestly, the choice is entirely in your hands. Make sure you hit follow so we can keep learning, keep adapting, and stay ahead of the curve together. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.